What's up, guys? I'm back today with another Pocket GM21 video on the channel. And in today's video, we are going to be starting our new season of our series. And this is kind of a make or break year for the team and really Corey Van Noy in general. 1 year left on his deal, $18.5 million. And we are on the final year, like I said. And we're hoping he can really turn around his career here. Last year was one of his worst years. Honestly, his worst year since his rookie season. 18 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and only 4,000 or slightly over 4,000 yards. So we're really looking for him to pick it up of what he did in 2023 and 24 with close to 30 touchdowns. We're hoping we can keep it under 20 picks again and really up in there, higher in the 4,000 yard range, closer to 5,000 as well. So we're really hoping he can kind of have a turnaround year and see what he can do. We brought him a couple new weapons on the team, and hopefully that will help out this offense and be able to kind of put up some more points and be more consistent of an offense than we were last year. So you guys can see we picked up Antonio Noyle. We ended up making that trade, as you guys saw in the last episode. 84 quick development, and also, can't even talk right now, picked up two new wide receivers in Denzel Tryon and Evan Gay Jr., two new players we did end up drafting. 83 super development, so he could look to replace Darius Benjamin if he does end up having a couple off years. And his contract is pretty big, so we're looking to see what we can do with the offense. And then obviously Evan Gay Jr. is going to be a nice third receiver for the team. But we have a very, very young team and a very young offense. But I'm just going to do a quick little overview of the offense and the defense so you guys can check out what this team is looking like. The defense is phenomenal. 91 overall, 80 offense, 85 overall. And we're really hoping we can get this team over the edge. And we're probably going to go through we'll go through 9 games today. And then we'll do the rest of the season in next episode. And we'll see what this team can do here. Really hoping we can have a good year. We're going to start off the year against the Jets, and they're going to be a very solid defense and a pretty kind of an okay offense. So we're going to sim through this one, and we'll probably actually watch the last game of the year just to kind of see how the team does when we watch them live. But we can see we end up getting the W here, 13-7, and their quarterback's going to throw 3 interceptions. And we make the most of it and get the W. Obviously, didn't do enough as we had to score 10 points in the third and fourth quarter, and we allowed them to score 7 in the first. But we're going to take the W there. Antonio Noyle was 74 yards on offense. Darius Benjamin with a touchdown and 81 yards. So we're going to get back to that one, but we are going to get a W on the board, and that is exactly what we needed. Moving on to the Chargers, and we lose 23-16. Put up a lot of yards on offense. The rushing game's okay, not phenomenal. Passing it, we were fairly similar. Honestly, I can't even talk right now. Jumbling over my words. But Corey Van Noy, no touchdowns, no interceptions, almost 300 yards, and their quarterback's going to throw 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Noyle's going to get his first touchdown on the year, and no one really shining on offense. No one's really doing a great job, and we take the L there, moving us to 1-1 on the season. And let's see what we can do here in game number 3 against Seattle. And we lose again, 34-21. They absolutely just put up a lot of yards on us, 431 yards. Corey Van Noy, no interceptions, 2 touchdowns, but really bad completion percentage, 20 for 42. On the ground, Noyle, 3. Rushing average is not really going to cut it, but Vaughn is going to pick up the slack with 51 yards and a touchdown. And we let their wide receiver for 125 yards and a touchdown as well. Darius Benjamin, 60 yards and a touchdown. Really not looking good here as we lose 2 straight games. Moving on to our 4th game of the season against Buffalo. This is going to be a huge game, huge division matchup, and we don't get the W. That is 3 straight games that we've lost, allowing them to get 400 yards again. Rough day. 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but again, 19 for 38 for Van Noy. Not looking great. Noyle, 10 for 49. That's okay, not great, but we need a little bit more. Darius Benjamin with another touchdown on the board, and this team is not looking good as we start up the season 1-3. New England's going to be 4-0, and Buffalo is 3-1 as well. Moving on to KC, and we still can't get a win. That is going to be 4 losses in a row. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 25 for 46. We really got to see that completion percentage get up. On the ground, Noyle, 9 for 34. Not exactly what we want to see. Vaughn, 8 for 23. Our rushing offense was not doing great. Bellamy's going to be our leading receiver. Tryon up there as well. And we can see Darius Benjamin with 44 yards. And we're going to move on from that one as we move to 1 2-4 on the season. I thought the defense was going to be doing a little bit more, and they aren't. We do move back and get the W against the Rams, moving us to 2-4, 20-9 victory right there. Then only 2 interceptions, 24 for 35. A little bit better completion percentage, but those 2 interceptions really is not going to cut it. Noyo, 14 for 44. Not great. Darius Benjamin, 90 yards receiving. Tryon's going to get a receiving touchdown, and we're going to get our second win on the season. So moving into week number 7, and we are going to face off New England. They're coming off 2 straight losses, so we'll see, can we get the W? We do. We get a huge win against New England, 35-13. We almost put up 500 yards of offense. That's exactly what we needed to do. Van Noy, 369 yards, 1 touchdown, but that's what we needed to get through this. Noyle is going to get 2 touchdowns. Vaughn's going to get a touchdown as well, so 3 touchdowns on the ground for us today. Darius Benjamin's going to lead us with 111, and even Noyle is going to get on the board in the receiving end and be our second leading receiver with 52 yards, tied with Dixon as well. So a nice little comeback here, 2 straight games, and our tight end is going to be injured. Let's check out this injury. Roby is going to be injured. Let's check out some of how his season's gone so far. He hasn't really put up a lot of yards, but we'll see. Let's see if there's any tight ends in free agency. There obviously isn't, so we're going to be rocking with Bellamy here, see what he's done on the year. 219, so he's actually looking like he's beating out Roby. Roby is more of a blocking tight end, but like I said, doesn't look too bad, and I'm hoping Hamlin here as our backup can put up some yards as well. Really hasn't got a lot of playing time last year, but we'll see what we can do this year, and so we're looking pretty good. Let's see what we can do. Wow, we got a really close division here. 3 teams tied at 4-3. And us at 3-4. So we're going to move on to Arizona. This is going to be a huge game. See if we can get the W here. And we don't. That's a heartbreaking loss. We really needed that W to get back to 500. Pretty even here. Our passing yards, looks like we had a lot of rushing yards. Noyle with one of his best days of the year. 140 yards on the ground. But Corey Van Noy, 18 for 36, 50% completion percentage, and under 200 yards passing really is not going to cut it, as we took a 10-0 lead into the half and ended up getting shut out in the second half, and we take the loss on that one. And that is going to be game number 8 on the year, moving us to 3-5. Let's check out how the rest of the AFC is looking. You guys can check out kind of everyone's kind of even, honestly. At 5-3 is really where we need to be in that postseason discussion. We got the Chargers at 7-1, and checking out the NFC, kind of lackluster here. We got Tampa Bay leading their division at 3-5, but we're still in it. We're not out of it yet, and I'm really hoping we can get it back on the board here and get another W. We're going to be playing Pittsburgh. It's going to be a tough matchup, but we're actually going to watch this game. We'll watch it at 2 times speed, so it's a little bit easier to kind of keep up with what's going on and commentate over it all. But we really need to get back on the board here. Get back in the win column, and Pittsburgh is going to start off this first quarter with a field goal to take a 3-0 lead. We have 9 yards of total offense right now. That is not great, but our defense is holding them to field goals, so we're still in this one, and it's looking like we're going to get on the board as we do take the lead 7-6. Who threw that touchdown? Corey Van Noy is looking like he's going to throw that touchdown, and we have a 7-6 lead as we head farther into the first half. They are going to get the ball back. We're about halfway through the second quarter, and I'm hoping we can put up some more points here, and we do. 14-6 lead, but it looks like Pittsburgh is going to be driving, and they do get the 2-point conversion as well to tie the game up 14-all. As we head into halftime, Corey Van Noy, 1 touchdown, looking like he's playing pretty well. Fairly similar stats for both quarterbacks today. On the ground, our rushing game is really not doing much. You guys can see 28 yards. Not great. So we need to get that going, but we are going to get another touchdown on the board. Van Noy is not going to throw that in. Actually, he's going to run it in instead. So we're going to take the lead 21-14 as we get into the fourth quarter. We're driving again, and we get another touchdown. Corey Van Noy, 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground. Vaughn is going to get that other one. And it looks like Noyle is having a rough day. 6 rushes, 6 yards. Not a great day for him. But we are looking like we might get this W. Nice little upset win against Pittsburgh. As long as we can close this one out with 4 minutes left on the clock. It's looking like they're going to punt the ball back to us, and we are going to close this one out. I'm hoping we can run this ball out, and we do. We take the victory 28-14. That's a huge win. We really needed to get back in the win column and get back on the board. That moves us to 4-5 on the year. The running game wasn't phenomenal today. You guys can see, not great. We can look at Corey Van Noy with a touchdown on the ground, and it looks like Noyle is going to pick it up a little bit and go for 9 for 34. Glad he was able to get a little bit going there, but Vanoy with a much better day today. Not a great completion percentage, but we do get the win with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns for him through the air and 1 on the ground as well. So we'll take that victory, almost 400 yards of offense. That is exactly what we needed to do. Let's check out the division, and we will close out this victory, or this day, or this video out. I can't even talk. I'm jumbling over all my words, and we're not doing great. We can check out some of the stats as we see so far. Our offense is not great. You guys can see 13th in passing, 25th in rushing, and 17th overall. 6th on defense in passing, 14th rushing, and 6th overall is pretty good. Corey Vanoy, 2,420 yards, 9 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Not great. Noyle, 548, 4 touchdowns, 4 average. Not great, but not terrible. A nice little building stone for the team. I'm hoping he can develop maybe into the high 80s by the end of this year, and we'll be looking at potentially getting him into the 90s towards next year is what my goal really is with him being a really young running back. Vaughn, going to be a nice little piece here, 3 yards average, but he is really not the focal point on the offense, so it's okay if he doesn't average a huge rushing amount. Darius Benjamin continues to lead this team in receiving, 551, 3 touchdowns. Bellamy, not too bad. Actually, our backup tight end's doing a great job. Hamlin, really not doing much, but that's okay. I'm really happy to see that. Parsons, 4 sacks. Smelter, 3 sacks. Morgan, 3 sacks as well. Nice little start. Coxie is going to have 3 sacks. Zay Alexander is going to be, what is this, his second year or third year? And he's going to have 5 sacks on the year so far. So looking pretty good. Walker Stevenson, you already know this guy is phenomenal. 4, 5, 2, 4, and another 2 interceptions so far in 9 games. And he has had a phenomenal career for us, and he is going to be on his way to another great year. Trey Lamar going to miss 2 kicks, but that's not terrible. And this team's looking okay. I think we're in a good spot to hop into the playoffs, but we really need to see a little bit more consistency out of this offense, and especially the running game. And we really need to see a little bit better performances out of Vanoy. Haven't seen any great performances. Last game was probably his best performance of the season, with a 300-yard passing day, 2 touchdowns, and another one on the ground as well. So probably his best day, but nothing really has stuck out as being like a really phenomenal performance. He did have 370 yards in 1 game, but we're looking, I don't know. He's got 10 more games. Did I say 10 more games? I can't even do simple math. We got 8 more games to see and judge if we want to keep him on the team, or if we want to look at some replacements. We can actually check out some quarterbacks that are going to be in this upcoming draft and see if there's anybody crazy. I did already scout this guy or check this guy out. Trey Clark isn't looking phenomenal, but not too bad. His skills don't look great, but his potential and his current overall is pretty good. But other than that, there doesn't look like there's anybody insane. This guy looks okay, but I don't know if there's going to be the really big piece we want to pick up in the draft. Maybe there's going to be someone in free agency that we can pick up to fill Corey Vanoy if he doesn't fill our expectations. We also have Wayne Douglas on the bench as well. We ended up picking him up in the 4th round, and these are some of his skills as well. So we can swap him over, but I really don't think he's going to be that difference maker, and that's really going to change the team compared to Corey Vanoy. So we'll have to see how the rest of the year goes and make our decision on the team after that. But we're going to be moving into the second half of the season, 4 and 5, and we'll see what we can do in next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Next week's going to be a little bit of a different week. I have a full week of filler videos. I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. I might make an update video. I probably won't, but at some point, maybe I will talk about what's going on. But next week will kind of be just a filler week of videos. You're going to see a lot of Retro Bowl filler content, highlight videos. So that's going to be all next week. And then we will be back to some normal scheduled videos the week after with some more of Pocket GM21. So this is going to go on a little bit of a hiatus for a week. And then you guys will see the content back rolling out again. So I think this is episode like 22 or 23. And then you guys will see the next episode, like I said, after next week. And then we will get back to the regular scheduled videos. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon with another video.